Well, the search for some of the people who were reported missing following flooding in KwaZulu-Natal on Sunday night has sadly ended in tragedy. Confirmation that 4 bodies have now been recovered following flash flooding last night. This was on Sunday. Let's get an update on the situation now. Bring in the spokesperson for the KZN Cooperative Governance and Traditional Affairs Department, Mr. Senzelwe Mzila. Good to have you on the SABC this evening. Speak to us about the circumstances surrounding the deaths of these 4 people. Were they all in that car, Senzelwe, that we were told had been washed away on Sunday?
Good evening to you and good evening to the viewers. The province of KZN is once more mourning the loss of life as a result of inclement weather conditions. We had 3 different incidents that have occurred. The first incident took place in the Umzumbi local municipality, where a 43-year-old was swept away during a flooding incident yesterday. On the same day, a 63-year-old was also swept away, or a 63-year-old, in fact, there was a mudslide where they were in the area of Kolokolo within the Renkonyeni local municipality. The third incident was in Amanzimtoti in Durban, where 5 people were traveling in a car and their car got stuck while trying to cross a low-lying bridge. In this incident, 2 people were able to escape, 3 were unfortunately swept away. Our search and rescue teams were able to recover 2 bodies today, and 1 person or 1 body is still missing. These efforts are still ongoing to try and recover the 1 body that is still missing.
And from what you're saying, Senzelwe, am I right that it's gone from being a search and rescue to a search and recovery in the case of this 1 person who remains unaccounted for? Just to confirm.
Yes, as this person, from the reports that we have, it's not a case of they escaped. They were swept away. So the teams were busy today. They were being assisted by members of the community, and they have been doing their best to ensure that we're able to A, support the families, and then B, recover them in a manner that is swift so that the families can be able to close this painful chapter that they are going through during this festive season.
And are there any other people, Senzelwe, who are still missing, still unaccounted for?
Well, the province yesterday had severe thunderstorms that affected large parts of it. These severe thunderstorms did cause damage in a number of areas. From the reports that we've received through the various municipalities across the province, the reports indicate that so far it's just the 1 person who is still missing. We are, though, working closely with a number of stakeholders to ensure that our communities continue to be vigilant as the weather conditions are continuing to be life-threatening. And also, there is a weather warning that is in effect even for tomorrow for parts of the province that are on the western parts.
And how widespread is the area that is expected to be affected by the still continuing inclement weather in KwaZulu-Natal? And second part of that question is, what have you, as the provincial government, put in place to at least try to reduce the risk of loss of life? Are people being moved, for example, evacuated from low-lying areas, etc.?
Well, the information we have from the Weather Service is that there's a level 2 weather warning for tomorrow. These are areas that are on the western parts of the province. This includes areas such as Pietermaritzburg in Umgungundlovu district, areas of Amajuba district where we've got Newcastle, parts of Utukela district where we've got Ladysmith, parts of Herikwala district where we've got areas such as Greater Kokstad and Ikopo. The Department of CoGTA, under the leadership of MEC Buthelezi, is working closely with Amakosi, traditional leaders. We're also working together with stakeholders within the emergency response sector to ensure that we keep our communities informed about what is expected of them. Our biggest concern, though, is areas that are low-lying. We are concerned that there could be disruptions. We are concerned that there could be an unnecessary loss of life. We've had incidences whereby people are crossing rivers, are crossing bridges, and we continue to urge our communities to take these warnings seriously as they do pose a serious risk to human life.
But is there help available for people who may want to get to safety?
Yes, what we've done as part of our disaster management plans is that we've got a number of facilities, public facilities, that are made available as part of the municipal disaster responses. For example, in areas that are low-lying, we've got community halls that are made available for communities to seek refuge in if they find themselves in low-lying areas that are susceptible to flooding. We are also concerned as well about the trend that is taking place where people continue to build in low-lying areas. and we are working together with the institution of traditional leaders to encourage communities to desist from this, as this places their lives and the lives of their families at risk.
So quite a lot of damage that was expected to have been caused by the floods on Sunday along the south coast. At this stage, do you have any preliminary estimations in terms of the cost of what was lost and what it'll take to repair?
Well, from the reports that we've received, the Premier of the province was on the ground today. He was accompanied by senior officials from the Provincial Disaster Management Center. The Premier also was accompanied by the leadership of the various municipalities within the Ogu district. The impact, of course, has been wide. Commercial properties have been affected, shopping centers have been affected, public infrastructure has been affected, roads have got sinkholes as a result of the heavy rains. So at this moment in time, our teams are still conducting assessments. We are also engaging as well with other sectors that were affected, such as agriculture and various institutions as well within government. So as the week progresses, we should have a better picture in terms of what exactly is the estimated cost of the damage, and we will then take it forward in terms of engaging the relevant bodies in terms of the interventions that they might be able to do in line with their various mandates.